As of the recording of this video, and I mean literally just now, I just finished Mixtape. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about how it's a double A game LARPing as an indie game or any of that. I just want to give my thoughts, having just finished it, and I took some notes while I was playing. There are some things that it does really well. There are some things that it does phenomenally. Like, for example, the music. The music genuinely slaps. It has a good selection of songs. And the cinematography is good, the art direction's good. All of that's good. All of that. I mean, it's like a surreal kind of artsy fartsy sort of thing. This is somebody's passion project. Like, the team that worked on this, they had a vision. They executed that vision. But all that to say, it should have just been a movie. It should have just been a movie. And it would have been a fun movie too, or a mini-series. If Mixtape was just a movie, I'd pay $10 at the movie theater to go see it. Or if you smoke the devil's lettuce, it probably would have been a great watch while you're high, but it's not a good game. The story is decent. The story is okay. You know, it's your kind of run-of-the-mill coming-of-age story, but like, the characters didn't really vibe with me, except for Slater. Slater's the GOAT. Slater is the GOAT. But it kind of reminds me of when I was playing Life is Strange, and one of the characters says, like, go fuck your selfie as an insult. And that's kind of all the dialogue. And I like the use of live action footage. Like, it kind of starts strong. The game starts strong with, like, they're giving you information about, like, the CD, the compact disc or whatever. And, like, story-wise, solid, like, 4 or 5 out of 10. And that's assuming 5 is average, not 7. 7 is not average, right? On a scale of 1 to 10, 5 is smack dab in the middle. The story is like a 4, probably like a 4 out of 10. Art direction, I'd give it like a 9. But the problem with Mixtape is that it's not a movie. It's a video game. And as far as video games go, all in all, I think I have to give it a 2. I mean, because everybody's hating on this game, right? And I'm not some sort of Mixtape defender, but 2 out of 10 video game, you know? Like, there's barely any gameplay. And, like, it looks cool at times. Like, at some times, there's, like, these big moments. And that's what this game is. It's just like a compilation of moments. Because the characters, they're trying to get beer to go to this party or whatever. And then the whole way through, like, they're reminiscing about past times. And it's like, the moments, they're kind of cool sometimes. Especially, like, when the right song's playing. Or, like, when they're skateboarding down the street. Or when they're running from the cops in the shopping cart. Like, that was kind of cool. But I have to address the elephant in the room, right? The kiss scene. Why did they do that? Why did they put that in the video game? Now, like, I'm not like, oh, I'm outraged, it was a kiss. It wasn't even a kiss. No lips touched. Their lips did not touch each other. You just control the tongues. And there's, like, wet, slimy saliva. They're not even actually kissing. It's gross. It was just gross. It was nasty. It was disgusting. And, like, it was just bad. And even though I already knew about it from, like, seeing reviews or whatever, I was still shocked. It was still jarring. And that just wasn't a good decision. It had nothing to do with anything. And, like, towards the end, when Stacy was talking to Officer Marino and she was giving this big old speech, they thought they cooked. There's moments in this game where I know the team, they thought they were so tough. They had to have thought that they had liquid gold in their cups that they were sipping every morning when they cooked this shit. But they did not cook. That's the problem. And then when Cassandra walked out in front of the cop car and her dad got out and she was like, if you don't let me live my life, I'm gonna burn down the whole town. Officer Marino folded under zero pressure. He just had a complete 180, changed his mind, like, because he starts off, he's like, I am the law, and I will lay down the law in this town. But then Stacy's like, Cassandra just wants to live her life. Just let her breathe. And he's like, you know what? You're right. Just out of nowhere. I don't know. I didn't like it. It's all fat and no meat. I don't know how the saying actually goes. It's like it's all something but no substance. There's no substance. It didn't have to be a video game. It could have. I think Mixtape could have definitely stood on its own 2 feet as as a movie, as a 3D animated movie. And then actually, while I'm on that point, pacing was terrible. Some of the scenes they just dragged out. They just dragged out for like 2 minutes too long, you know? And it's like when you're barely playing it, like there's a point where you're like running through some flower fields, right? And it's like all surreal and you're jumping real high in the air. And it's like, it's cool for all of 15 seconds, but then it just keeps going. I feel like the pacing could have been much tighter. Mixtape didn't have to be as long as it did. And it's really hard trying to give this game a fair shot when there is so much negative criticism about it, but I mean, all in all, it's fine. It's mid. Mixtape is mid. It's barely a video game. The story is serviceable, and if you come into it with an open mind, it's fine. I just don't know. And then there's a scene when you're running through some backyards to go save Cassandra from getting caught by her dad. It's right before Stacy gives the savior speech, and it's like they wanted to be Ferris Bueller so bad. I feel like they wanted Mixtape to be the modern day Ferris Bueller movie, and it's like it's not. Strictly as just an artsy fartsy, somebody made this to be profound. I mean, it's all right. Some of the production value is pretty decent. It's pretty decent sometimes. But then at other times, I'm just waiting for the credits to roll. And there was one more thing. Because when you're first really introduced to Officer Moreno, they try to paint him as some like overbearing dad who's like, I did so much for you and I gave you a good life and you're just going to throw it all away and do drugs and party and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, maybe I'm just old-fashioned or something, but I kind of thought he was being completely reasonable. You know, she's in high school about to graduate, or maybe she was in college. I can't really remember. The game was boring. The story got really boring, but it's like he wasn't really acting too crazy. He was just being a dad. He was being a strong father figure, if you ask me, and maybe I'm toxic for that. I don't know, but Mixtape is just not a 10 out of 10 game. And I don't understand enough in the gaming landscape, in the shill reviewer kind of space. I don't know enough about all of that to even fathom why critics are giving this a 10 out of 10. And the only reason I even played it in the first place is because it was on Game Pass. It's on Game Pass. And I didn't even download it to my Xbox. I cloud streamed it. The footage that you're watching, I cloud streamed it just straight off the Xbox Cloud Play website. Also, another thing, my gameplay was really choppy. My frame rate was, I was getting frame skips. Something was weird. And I don't know if the game is just unoptimized for Xbox or if my stream was tweaking out. And I just can't recommend this game to anybody. If I had to, all in all, give it a whole score, 3 out of 10. Mixtape is a 3 out of 10. It's got a decent story. The visuals are actually nice. And the gameplay is just non-existent. It's something. Mixtape is something.